This video is not intended for viewers under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a new line. This is the Mattel Masterverse Revelation Skelegod. This is their Masters of the Universe Netflix series that is going to be premiering on, I believe, July 23rd, the first part of it. If you haven't seen the trailer, it's pretty amazing. It's what actually turned me on to this line, this toy line. It doesn't surprise me that this is the first character they released as far as figures, just because I think they did it to get everybody interested. And of course, this is Skelegod. And here's the back of the box with all the characters in the first line. And let's go up a little bit and take a look at that art. Looks really good, to be honest. Got the description there of Skelegod, his goals, what he strives for. If you want to hear somebody read it, hop on over to Kato's collection. Anyhow, it's enough of the package. Let's get him out of here and take a look at him. Stay tuned. Well, here, of course, is Skelegod himself, but first we're going to go over the accessories he comes with. He comes with, in addition to the hands that he comes in the box, he has a set of gripping hands, which you can use to grab the sword. He comes with a pretty neat green blast effect. And then he comes with, of course, the Sword of Power. It itself looks really good. It is painted in certain locations. You can see along the hilt, nice brown paint. It does go into gray plastic, but then silver down the blade itself. It looks really good, to be honest. That blast effect does simply slide over the fist, and he will hold the Sword of Power in either one of his gripping hands. And here we have Skelegod himself, and I gotta admit, if their quality continues for this line, and the amount of detail and sculpt they put into the figures of this line continue, I'm gonna be a happy camper, because it's truly amazing. The color schemes, they all just pop. Let's raise up the camera a little bit, and we will take a look at some more detail here. Sorry, don't mean to bump it, but there is his head, nicely painted. Wonderful detail on that skull face. The horns look great in the purple with all the lines. The helmet, painted silver and a gunmetal, look tremendous. The eyes just have that piercing look to them, don't they? The neck is both neon green and clear green plastic. The shoulder pads are a very flexible rubber, but they are nicely decored in silver, black, and more green. Nice purple, which it's not showing very well on camera, around the symbol on the chest, along with more green. It is a more purplish hue than this. It's not pink at all. You do have remnants of Skeletor's original design underneath with the arm straps and the painted arms and the abs and waistline. His belt, you've got the painted black and silver with this purple fur covering his no-no square. Looks really good. This is also the flexible plastic or rubber. Sorry for bumping the camera. But coming down the legs, nicely detailed. Got the boots, again, silver, black, and green. Then the feet. And this is the one complaint I have about this figure, but we'll go into that later. Coming down the arms. Wonderful detail. And then check out those gloves. The detail on the armor for the hands is tremendous. As far as articulation, head is on a double ball, so you do get some forward and back, though it may be a little stiff at first. But the head can go forward and back. You can do a full 360. Get some attitude. Arms will go out more than 90. They'll do a full 360, though they are stiff. You have a rotation right above the bicep. And then you do have a double jointed elbow, which, if initiated properly, will get you more than 90 degrees. There is an ab crunch right here, so you can definitely get a nice range of motion. Waist does rotate. Legs, with the armor in the way, you can get them up quite high. And then all the way out. There is an upper thigh rotation. You do get a lower cut for the boot. Double jointed knee, which will give you more than 90. And then the ankles are on a ball, so you get up and down, you get some rotation. But my complaint about the feet is they are weak. And they do feel like they have some soft ratchets, but there's a long gap between the ratchets. So when you try and stand him, he definitely wants to fall forward. I think you'd be able to fix that with some kikis for sure. But he does look tremendous. Let's go ahead and swap out the arm or the hand. Simple as pulling it off. And if you want, you can take the armor off, and it does still have paint and sculpt work there. Bring in your fisted hands, which is a simple peg, and pop it back in. These hands do articulate themselves at the wrist. You can actually bring them in quite a bit. So, failed to mention that during articulation, but that is a nice addition. And with the fisted hands, you can bring in your sword of power. And he holds it just fine. Seems a bit small, but then again, he is a big character. Moving on to the back. He does have a 3-layered cape. It is removable. You get 3 different shades of purple. And then this one is trimmed out with the lighter purple on the bottom. And then they have the tassels, weights, whatever they're called, studs. Let me know in the comments what these are called on these sections. And the lighter purple. And if you don't want to have this on, it's fine. It's very simple to remove it. Just lift it up and take it off. It's not required that you keep it on there, which is cool. It just pegs on with these 2 little clips. And the metal, they help keep it in place here, keep it from sliding side to side. So if you want to put it back on, just slide it up. You make sure it's under the armor. And it actually holds it quite well, to be honest. Now, you can remove the armor. If you want, if you look, there's actually, might be hard to see, but there's pegs that peg the armor into the shoulders. And then there's a flap underneath the green part of the neck that hold it in place. It makes it look completely weird when you do that, but you can do it if you want. It's an option. One thing to note is you can actually take the blue harness off as well. If you look, it's simply a belt tab system where you pull it tight and it locks in, preventing it from going backwards. So you can remove that whole harness here if you want and have a look of basically a bare Skelegod. Just for comparison's sake, here he is with a deluxe class transformer in smokescreen and also the standard 6-inch Star Wars Black Series figure in their Bad Batch Hunter. Final thoughts for this particular figure. I think that he's done really well, to be honest. This is my first actual Mattel figure that I own in my collection. Well, I had some when I was a kid, but currently. The plastics, they seem a little bit lightweight compared to what I'm used to with Hasbro. But overall, it's a very well sculpted and painted figure. I have no complaints about that. The only negatives I see are the weakness of the ankles, and I wish there was a little bit more of a butterfly in the shoulders so that he can do more of a reach around across his chest. Other than that, this is a brilliant figure, and I can't wait for the rest of the figures to come out of the line. So it is definitely a recommend for me. I found this guy at my local Target. If you're looking for him, ask if they have stock in the back. They didn't have any on the shelf when I went, and I asked, and they brought it from the back for me. Apparently there's an end cap they're supposed to be setting up, and they're storing them in the back until they do so, but they should be able to go to the back and grab them and sell them to you. Don't take no for an answer if they have it. Alright, all that being said, if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share with your friends, because all 3 of those are free and they do help me out tremendously. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.